Have you ever wanted to play on a killer Theo Wanne mouthpiece? In today's video, I'm going to demo 4 of Theo's new alto models and tell you how you can enter the giveaway contest for a chance to win one of these beauties. Hey, Jay Metcalf here with another BetterSax video. Before we get started, if you like this sort of content, be sure to drop me one of these right now and get subscribed to the channel because we're going to be doing a lot more giveaways and great videos coming up, and I wouldn't want you to miss out. Now, these Theo Wanne mouthpieces are about as good as it gets, but they can also be about as expensive as it gets. So it's pretty cool to have the opportunity to win one of them. More on the giveaway contest coming up soon. If you're unfamiliar with Theo Wanne and his mouthpiece creations, check out the interview I did with him from last year, where he explains his philosophy behind making these mouthpieces and constantly working to improve the designs. The mouthpieces that I'm going to talk about and play for you today are all either brand new designs or evolutions of existing ones. I've got 2 mouthpieces from the new Elements series, the Earth and Fire alto models. These are Theo Wanne quality mouthpieces at half the price. Then I've got a hard rubber Gaia 3 and a metal Durga 4. Let's start with the Elements mouthpieces. The obvious question is, how are they half the price? These sell for about $275, which puts them in the same price range as other popular metal mouthpieces like Yanagisawa or Autolinks. Well, based on my conversations with Theo and looking at them closely, it appears that the big difference in price is more about having found designs that work well and play well, but are less expensive to produce because they require less intricate working of the metal. There are also a few other details like a less expensive ligature and the case, which I'm guessing help reduce the cost. The Elements series mouthpieces come with this more basic ligature, which I actually like a lot. And instead of the fancy mouthpiece pouch, they just come in a cloth bag. All Theo Wanne mouthpieces come with a really great box. Now, for most things we buy, the packaging doesn't matter, right? But for mouthpieces, I've kept the box for every mouthpiece I've ever bought. And the reason is, if you ever sell it down the road, it's nice to be able to include the original box. So let's have a listen to me playing this Earth alto mouthpiece in a 7-tip opening. Here I'm playing a transcription from Gerald Albright, who has a great contemporary alto sound, and I wanted to use that to demonstrate how well these mouthpieces play, especially in the altissimo range. So the Earth model is meant to be an all-around mouthpiece that can perform well in any style. For me, it feels like it leans a bit more on the contemporary side of things, I guess because of the small chamber. Listening back, I really like how it sounds on the recording. It's super easy to play over the full range, and despite having a moderate baffle, the altissimo comes out with ease. It's got a big, powerful sound that I would associate with a more modern style. So if you want a small chamber mouthpiece that can play well in any style, but leans a bit on the more contemporary side, the Earth is a great option at $275. But wait, I'm very happy to be able to offer a special discount for BetterSax subscribers. If you use the coupon code BetterSax15, you can get 15% off on the Theo Wanne website. So that's going to knock about $40 off the price of this one. Check the link in the description below. Next up is the Fire. Now, this is clearly designed to be a cutting and bright mouthpiece, as the name suggests. The altissimo is effortless on this, and you can make yourself heard while competing with other loud instruments. Let's have a listen. The Fire is a great choice for anyone who's looking for a screamer but doesn't want to sacrifice playability. There is no problem playing in the low range on this mouthpiece. And, I always find high baffle mouthpieces to be a bit more challenging with the intonation, but I gotta say, I found this to be very manageable. I would recommend this piece for anyone who, let's say, normally plays on a traditional jazz setup, but occasionally needs an ear bleeder for a DJ gig or for competing with guitar players who play too loud. As I mentioned before, these Elements series mouthpieces come with this basic ligature, which I think is great, but they also have these notches on the side so that if you want, you can upgrade to the Liberty ligature, which comes with the more expensive models. Moving on to the top shelf stuff, let's check out the new version of the Durga mouthpiece, which is one of the most popular Theo Wanne pieces and is played by a lot of great saxophone players. So I really love this mouthpiece. I've always played on more traditional lower baffle jazz mouthpieces, but this was immediately fun to play and opened up a whole new dimension to my sound. So if you're somebody who's always played on a Meyer style hard rubber mouthpiece like me, don't be afraid to try a metal alto mouthpiece with some baffle in it. Now this one also comes in a hard rubber version, but for me, I really love the weight and feel of the metal version. The craftsmanship on this one is very impressive. The level of detail and precision that go into making this mouthpiece is crazy. The altissimo speaks with ease, and the sound is lush and rich while powerful and cutting at the same time. I know a lot of saxophone players, myself included, who struggle with their jazz mouthpieces when playing non-jazz gigs, which often require more power and projection. This is a mouthpiece that you can play on in those situations and not feel like you're fighting to be heard, and then go play a jazz gig and still have the flexibility and dynamic range to blend in that setting. It definitely leans to the more contemporary side of things, but it can be the one mouthpiece for everything for a lot of players. This metal gold-plated version comes with this Liberty ligature, which is integrated into the mouthpiece. You can adjust its position towards the front or towards the back as you like. This is a really great, unique design that works incredibly well. It sells for $675, but with that 15% off coupon, you're going to save about $100. Finally, the last mouthpiece is the new Gaia 3. Let's have a listen. I really love this mouthpiece too. It's great for anyone who wants a traditional jazz mouthpiece that's not stuffy at all. You can play soft and expressively with this, yet still project. It's got a beautiful edge to the sound, just the right amount for me, and I can play with a very even tone over the full range of the instrument. At first, this was my clear favorite out of all of these, since it's a very improved version of the sort of mouthpieces I've always played on. But if I want to play in a more contemporary style with lots of altissimo, it's not as easy to get up there with this mouthpiece as it is on the other ones. I can play up there, no problem, but with less baffle, you have to be a lot more careful and your range might be somewhat limited. My success range with the upper altissimo notes with this mouthpiece is probably around 70 to 80%, whereas with the other ones, I rarely missed a note. So if you're a more contemporary style player, I would look at the Durga 4 first. If you want to get one of the best traditional jazz alto mouthpieces out there, you should check out the Gaia 3. Now this also comes in the metal gold-plated version. The hard rubber version comes with the Theo Wanne Enlightened ligature, which is another great design. I love how it holds the reed onto the mouthpiece very securely so that I can move it around and make adjustments without worrying about my reed moving. And it looks super cool, but it also has minimal contact with the mouthpiece, just touching in 3 spots. As far as differences between the Gaia 3 and the previous version, the Gaia 2, you can see that it's got a more slim profile, which at first I thought was going to feel weird, but I actually much prefer the feel of this one. It also has the shark gill grooves cut into the baffle. I really like the Gaia 2, but the Gaia 3 is even more to my liking. The hard rubber version I have here sells for $575, but with the 15% off coupon, you're looking at about $490. Now for the details of the giveaway contest, we're giving away not 1, but 2 Theo Wanne mouthpieces. The first place winner will get the choice of either a Durga 4 alto mouthpiece or a Gaia 3 alto mouthpiece in the preferred material and tip opening. Second place winner gets the choice between an earth model and a fire model, again in the preferred tip opening. And the third place prize is an evolution ligature to fit your existing mouthpiece. Click the link in the description below to go to the contest page. All you need is an email address to enter, and there are multiple bonus entries available to you to help increase your chances of winning. Don't forget the coupon code BetterSax15 to save 15% on the Theo Wanne website. If you've been wanting to treat yourself to one of these premium mouthpieces, now's the time to do it. At some point, I'll try to do another video and perhaps giveaway with some of the Theo Wanne tenor pieces. Until then, thanks for watching. Good luck in the contest and see you soon.